So let's see what this is. I don't want to learn more. I don't want to learn more right now. I just want to be live. So I'm so excited. BodyThredz live, man. Wow. Um, so yesterday was a pretty cool day in BodyThredz, and my sort of dream of what I wanted to do at BodyThredz. Um, as you know, I wanted to create a sports apparel company, but wanted it to be a little twist. We wanted to take all the bands that I grew up listening to, uh 80s hair band, metal, whatever you want to call it, rock and roll. I grew up listening to Black Sabbath. That was my favorite band. And then the tree that came from Black Sabbath is obviously everyone. And so I had an idea about 4 or 5 years ago and didn't really start implementing it until what, November of 2023. And then we started making calls. I started emailing these bands. Uh, and with obviously zero experience in the t-shirt business, but passion for the bands that I love. Um, and as I've told my story many times, the first the first person to respond to one of my many emails and phone calls and tweets and texts and messages through Facebook was the legendary, I know he hates that word, Ron Keel. And I'm so grateful that he was the first one to answer the call. Everyone who's partnered up since has been phenomenal, no doubt about it. But something about Ron Keel, he had when I talked to him about the passion I had for this, he heard it, he saw it, and he immediately said, "Where do we go? Well, let's do this." And one of the things I wanted to do from the very beginning was Keel. I mean, that's the band, the Right to Rock, 40 years ago. Um, I remember in my Record Haven store in Hollywood, Florida. Big Lou, if anyone's ever been to Record Haven back in the days, way back in the days, Big Lou would come out and he would tell us which albums we'd want to need to buy. And we didn't have a lot of money, so every every dollar had to go had to go the distance. And I remember when uh, we first saw Keel lay down the law. That was, that album cover speaks for itself. But then the Right to Rock, that is iconic. And so when we first partnered with Ron, we obviously got his whole scenario with Steeler, incredible band. They redid a new album, which is amazing. And of course, I wanted Keel. I wanted that fabulous Keel Right to Rock album on BodyThredz. And I won't bore you with the details to try to get there, but um, after about a year or so of going back and forth and you know making sure we did that album cover justice, yesterday we came out with the 40th anniversary Keel Right to Rock sports t-shirt from BodyThredz. And why these shirts are so important to me is I live in South Florida. It's 101 degrees right now. I'm riding on my bike, and as much as I would love to ride in a concert shirt, it's hard enough in a regular sports apparel short. So not only do you get the cool Keel 40th anniversary, which I don't even have yet. I got to get me one of those shirts. Ron got one before I did. Um, it's I don't know what to tell you. I can't put into words how honored and privileged I am because it's something that I thought about years and years ago, and had a lot of people tell me I'm crazy. Not that I never heard that before. Um, you're going to compete with 20,000 other t-shirt companies. True. And you're never going to get any of these bands to respond to you. Not true. Um, so I'm just thankful for, man, all the bands that have partnered with us. We have so many great ones right now, and we are not stopping. We just partnered up with Anvil, uh, finished that deal yesterday. That'll be on our website. Very excited. Obviously, we have Pat Travers, Carmine Apiece, Helix, Leah, um, man, Tigers of Pantang. Oh my gosh, I can't. This is so exciting to have all these bands, part of this, you know, post legal career dream of mine. And it's also, we got a long way to go. Like we just started. So I am not stopping now. This is just the beginning. A lot of hard work to do. And what I'm going to do is basically come on live. I got to get, this thing to the next level. And I want to sort of share with you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly of what it's like to try to get a business off the ground. I mean, I did it 25 years ago in my law practice, but this is a totally different time, totally different business. And I am going to treat this live stuff like my own personal video diary, the good, the bad, the ugly. And if you've got some of your favorite heavy metal, rock, 80s bands that you're like, Joe, get those for us. Come on, we want to see that shirt on here. Let's throw it out there. And then I will start pounding them, trying to see if I can get them to join the BodyThredz family so we can have a team effort. It'll be your company, my company, and we just keep going. Stronger every day. I'm probably babbling. Whatever, it's live. I don't like to do cut and paste anyway. So we're going to keep this going and go to bodythredz.com. Get the new Keel shirt. Use loyal 20 discount for 20% off. And send me some ideas for bands that you'd like to see on BodyThredz. All right, I'm out. If I can figure out how to turn this off. That's the hardest part. It's time to turn it off. I might have to be live all day. Ooh, I'm telling you, it's hot.